Welcome to a new episode of Psychobabble, the podcast which I'm going to rename Compass for Men. Today we will take a look at chapter 7 of Robert Cialdini's Weapons of Influence, the chapter of Scarcity, which is extremely interesting because a lot of sales involves around this chapter. So, human beings have a tendency that opportunities seem more valuable when they are less available. If a desired object is sold out, we definitely want it. Then, if a desired object is back in store, it is less attractive. Have you ever had this tendency? Because I know I've had it many times with many different things, including girls. So, you have to go back to the more animalistic hunter-gatherer scavenger world in which resources, if not taken at the moment, they're gone. So scarce resources should be hoarded because there just simply aren't that many, which is the complete opposite of modern day world. Now, the rarer the object, the more valuable it's perceived. And ignoring the principle of chaos, attachment, and change, we should realize that we are being played by our monkey brain. So, for example, I'm in a very important conversation with somebody, but my phone is ringing. Now, the phone says somebody needs me, and it might be irretrievably lost. So I'm going to prioritize a stupid phone call, probably, over an important person with which I'm in a meeting. Now this is, of course, just an example. It's not absolute. So for example, sales stores, they use limited stock, there are time limits, supply limits, stuff like that. Now in human psychological development, we have two age groups which are psychologically resistant. The terrible twos and the teenagers. Terrible twos is just outright defiance because they're forming their individuality. And, you can of course use dangling carrots, which works all the time, especially if you're praise hungry. And then you have of course the sunk cost fallacy as like, I'm going to double down on my losses because I am a not very bright monkey. So, then we come to teenagers, the second age group, which goes straight to rebellion. So, a wise man once said, if you want something done, then you have three options. You do it yourself, you pay top dollar for it, with, of course, result certificates, because a lot of people are incompetent frauds who charge a lot of money, including lawyers and doctors. Or, the third option is, you forbid your teenagers to do it, and they will do a very good job at doing it. So, it's basically just the teenagers and the terrible twos. It's the emerging of individuality. Focus, of course, with humans, especially children, is less on duty and responsibilities and more on rights and freedoms. Then you have the Romeo and Juliet effect, My parents prohibit me, so I'm in love with this person. But if you remove the parents out of the equation, then the relation would have probably died very soon. Now with human beings, punishment is 2.5 times as effective as